Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sports Corner with the Conn Man on the Sports Empire Network. I am your host, the Conn Man. This evening with me, I am scheduled to have a very important guest. His name is Chops Turner, world-class entertainer, and he is an avid fan of the San Francisco 49ers, and just waiting for him to come on. You know, sometimes we have some technical difficulties on my end, probably. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about right now, matter of fact, since we got a great game going on right now while he comes on, but I'll tell you a little bit about Chops. Chops is a world class entertainer. My man is multi-talented. He's won first place at the famous Apollo Theater. And if any of you know anything about the Apollo Theater, you win in that environment, believe me, because they would throw chairs, oranges, apples, whatever they could throw at you to boo you off the stage. And at a young age, he ended up winning that at the Apollo. Went on to have a great career. Hopefully he comes around, he'll let you tell a little bit more about it. But he's had a great career. And he has performed with the Temptations, Blue Magic, on and on and on and on. And like I said, hopefully he'll come on and he'll let you know all the things that he's done. But also, you know, my man is a tremendous singer, vocalist, and he is also, well, I came to find out, I posted on my post, he is a national champ, two-time national champion, flag football, national, and also he's won many state titles out of Rhode Island, in the state of Rhode Island, and he's again, I did not know he's outstanding athlete that he was. You know, well, I believe that, you know, music and sports kind of are comparable in a simple way that, you know, you have a lot of athletes who want to become singers or wish they could become singers. And you got singers who wish they could become athletes. And then when you have someone like Chops, who is a combination of both, I think that's, you know, a real testament to him. And it's very rare that you find someone like that, and to have world-class entertainer and a nationwide champion as well, in different arenas and different avenues. You know, he's also an avid San Francisco 49ers fan. Matter of fact, we got him in the building right now. All right, here we go.
What's up, Mike?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my good friend, Mr. Chops Turner. Chops, how you doing, my brother?
Hey, hanging in there, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I had a little difficulty getting on myself.
Me too.
So, you know, yeah, you know, hey, that's how we do it. But Chops, before I was talking about how, you know, you're a world-class entertainer and how you know how sports and music kind of coincide with each other, because you got athletes who want to be singers and singers who want to be athletes. And then I was just telling them about your you know, the post that I made about, you know, you being a two-time national champion.
There you right.
So before we go to that though, Chops,
yeah,
what I want to congratulate you on is your 49ers.
Yeah.
You know, Chops,
hold on, Mike. Hold on.
Okay, I got you. Well, while he's away for a minute, Chops has been an avid fan of the 49ers. I mean, he's probably going to put his jacket on his coat. If I know him, he's going to represent the 49ers because that's what he does. But anyway, Chops and I go way back. I'll tell a story a little bit later on. It's kind of intriguing. It's kind of very interesting as well. Yeah, you know, he's been bragging. He's been pumped up about the 49ers when they weren't doing good. And
yeah,
as you can see what he got on right now, as you can see, I knew you were going to do that. Now, Chuck, right now they're playing the Cowboys.
I know, man.
And what are your thoughts? I mean, I already know who you want to win, but what do you think is going to be the major factor in the 49ers winning?
Man, they got
or losing.
I don't see them losing, man. They only lose if they don't play 49er defense, you know, 49er football. They can only lose. But I think they're going to go out there. They got a lot of weapons, man. You know what I mean, Mike?
They have tremendous weapons. Now I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. Nothing bad, nothing bad. You know, the 49ers, they have a winning streak, I think, of 13 games, if I'm correct.
Yeah, 12 games. I think 12 games, 13 games. Yep.
Yeah. So, and then they ended up picking up or drafting.
I know.
A third round, a third backup quarterback in Purdy, and he seems to have taken off, and he seems to be becoming a nationwide hero right now. What's your take on Purdy and how well he's performing? And I know he has a great cast with him. I know he has a great, you know, he got great wide receivers. He got a great tight end. He's got great running backs. He got Samuel. He's got
we got Debo. Elijah behind her. Kittle. He's got, and they got 3 or 4 running backs that can really run.
they. I mean, you know, when McCaffrey ended up going to the 49ers from Carolina, I was shocked.
Me too. I was shocked too.
They got rid of him. I really couldn't believe they got rid of him. But anyway, again, I wanted to congratulate you on that. I'm going with the 49ers as well.
Hey, right.
You know, Chops, we know some people who are avid Cowboy fans. So,
I know a lot of them.
I'm going to hear it. But now let's get back to you, my man, Chops. I was
talking you know your boy, Mike, you know your boy Reggie's.
Oh, wow. We know about Reggie. Oh, my God. I'm definitely going to hear from him tonight.
Shaky Dave.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. Guys,
I'm going to have to stay in the house for about a month.
Me too.
Yeah. But Chops, what I want to do was I gave the viewers a little bit of information about what started you off as far as becoming an entertainer and what got you to decide that this is the field that you wanted to go into. Can you give the viewers here on Sports Corner with the Conn Man on the Sports Empire Network, you know, a little bit about yourself and how you started off in the musical realm as well as the athletic realm?
Well, you know, Mike started like yourself, man. The little boy wanted to sing like Michael Jackson. That's where it all started, you know.
Okay.
And then my grandmother, you know, back in the day, used to have parties over the house, you know, and they throw money at you. You know, I used to do James Brown dancing, James Brown, and all the blues singers like Muddy Waters, B.B. King, some of straight up jazz. I used to hear all that, you know, and wanted to emulate it. And that's how it all began, you know. That's how it all began. And I just kept at it. But, you know, when you're adolescent, my voice changed a little bit, changed a lot, you know, and I didn't know how to accept that at first. But after a while, I realized that God still gave me a blessing, and I had to deal with that part of it and develop myself and cultivate it. And so here we are today, you know.
What made you decide, look, I'm that good?
Well, you know, I didn't think I was that good. I didn't think I was that good until I went to the Apollo Theater. And then I didn't think I was that good until I went to Maurice Starr's show. And won that night with New Edition was just coming out, and New Kids on the Block wasn't even out at that time.
Okay.
And I was there with my boy Scott Ross and Hector Barrows, man. Two great guys, two good friends of mine.
And can you let the viewers know where was this at?
This was in Boston at the William Trotter School, the talent show Maurice Starr had way back about 40 years ago. That's where New Edition and them were at that time.
And you know, Chops, I've been following your career for a long time, and you have always given props and praise to Maurice Starr. For those people who are watching, can you let the viewers know who Maurice Starr is?
Oh man, Maurice Starr, one of the biggest producers in the world, and he worked with so many great people that and he calls me almost every night. He had a stroke. He's coming back slowly but surely. He's one of the biggest producers in the world. Worked with Frank Sinatra, Whitney Houston. He made New Kids on the Block, New Edition, Johnson Crew Brothers. He also was with the Johnson Crew. Is his brothers, Michael Johnson. who worked with Peter Wolf and all the rock and roll bands from Boston. What's his name? Aerosmith. You know,
Okay.
a lot of he worked with a lot of great acts, man.
Now, what I want to, because I gave a little hint, can you tell the viewers about your experience at the famous Apollo Theater? I don't think they know what it's like performing at the
Man,
Apollo.
that was the test of my whole career, and I knew if I went there and did great, I would do well because New York City is funny because if you're not from New York, they don't. If you don't bring it, then they're not going to accept you,
Right,
And,
right.
and at that time, the crowd was real. They were real rough, man. But by the grace of God, I went out there and they received me very well. At that time, I was singing like Larry Graham because Larry Graham was popular, 1 in a million. Larry Graham was very popular. Marvin Gaye. And they ate it up like a pig eat slop. So they ate it up, man, and I became one of the winners and went to the big finals and won in the finals. Then I ended up traveling to New York. I was on WLIB, which is one of the biggest AM stations, and they got WBLS, which is one of the biggest FM stations with Gary Bird. And that was 40-something years ago. And also, They came here in New Bedford. I was one of the winners, me and another girl, right here in New Bedford. They toured here. I don't know if you know that, Mike.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. I do remember
that. In New Bedford. And Karen Dougal and I was there. And she won. But her and I was going back and forth because they go by who the crowd likes the most. They go by applause. And she did a great rendition of My Funny Valentine. And I sang My with the band. And it went over very well. The people loved it. They went back and forth with us, and she ended up winning. And she ended up going to Apollo. But the thing that intrigued me, but she's not singing anymore,
Right.
But I tell you what, Mike, if you go there and lose, some people can't take that kind of, that kind of criticism.
Right, right.
Because it can be devastating because they boo you off the stage, then the guy comes out with the hook and takes you off the stage. that could be mind blowing too, very mind blowing to someone who's trying to aspire to be something great, Now,
after that experience at the Apollo, what proceeded after that? What did you do after that?
Well, everybody was saying, man, you should get a band. I should do this. I should do that. My uncles and them, everybody I knew, you should do this, you do that. Why didn't you sign with record companies and etc. Well, Mr. Green and I, when I met Green can attest to what I'm saying because he was a judge at the Maurice Starr Talent Night. And that's how I met. Mr. Green. He was a judge. He saw me. And he was a producer. And I was walking down the street one day in Providence, and he said, "Hey, man, some guy's looking for you, producer." And I happened to be going to Boston that next week, we hooked up, and here we are today.
I hear you. Now, okay, you went to the Apollo, you went and did the thing with Maurice Starr.
Yeah.
And then, when did you decide to record?
Well, Mr. Green, they were building their own recording studio. We were building up I lived in Lawrence for a long time. I lived in Boston, near Lanes, on Medway Street in Boston for a long time. So I did a lot of recording in Boston because Mr. Green's a songwriter, producer, and he also played. Remember, he played the keyboard with the High Tech Orchestra, that's how it became the High Tech Orchestra. I saw him playing with the left hand bass and the right hand chord. I said, man, we can go out and make money. And that's how we put the High Tech Orchestra together. And so that's how it all came together,
And then you proceeded to what were some of your first, matter of fact, let the people know about your first, your first musical vocal song that was put on, disc or CD or whatever. What was it? Your first?
The first thing we was doing, there was a lot of guys that wanted me to record, but there was so many songs we were starting out with. There was a song that my man Hakeem Sharif, who was a producer, introduced to me called "I Guess I'm Falling in Love." That was on WBIU at the time. Remember back in the day, WBIU.
Oh.
I was on the station there with what's his name? Matter of fact, he was over BET. Oh my God, he's married to that girl now. Oh man, I can't think of his name. But anyway, RJ Lovett. RJ Lovett, and my song we wrote called "I Guess I'm Falling in Love." You know, I guess I'm the perfect love. I guess I'm falling in love. You know, so
Give him a little taste. Give him a little taste, John.
So that was one of my first recordings, and Mr. Green wrote many songs. So we didn't put them out nationally. We were getting ready to. He taught me how to be independent and be self-sufficient by doing your own record label. So we started a record label called Bay City Records and Nappy Headed Records. So we used it as a way to launch the Chops Turner experience, you know, at that time.
Well, I want you to two, Chops, let the viewers know some of the people you performed with. Wait till y'all hear this.
Hey, I worked with he just died not too long ago. God rest his soul. One of the Boston's baddest, Boston's own, and my boy, one of the baddest singers I think in the music industry was Larry Wu. I don't know if you knew him.
No.
His real name was Larry Wedgwood. He's from Boston. He could sing. So one night we were in Boston. He would play and I would play. I was opening for the Shy-Lights. That was my big highlight. I was opening for the Shy-Lights, man. You know, and open for the Shy-Lights, man. It was off the hook. And one night he was opening for the Shy-Lights, and the next night I was opening for the Shy-Lights. So, and I never knew Larry Wu. I met him then, but his singing ability was outrageous, man. I was just coming up, man, learning all the techniques and how to use my voice, even though I had a good voice, but I still was learning the techniques and how to utilize my voice to the best of my ability, you know?
Who are some of the other people you perform with?
Oh man, the Shy-Lights, the Temptations, 3 or 4 times sold out in Park Theater. Oh man, so many people. The Persuasions, the one. It's a thin line between love and hate. You know, it's a thin line between love and hate. Don't you keep treating your woman bad.
Man, there we go.
Who else was one of our boys, the Tavares?
Yes.
Who else? I mean, there's so many of them, man. I'm trying to think. The group, Kool and the Gang. My wife was there. We was at Kool and the Gang. There's so many. I was offered to sing with the Platters, the Blue Notes. They wanted me to be one of the Manhattans. They wanted me to be lead singer, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do my own thing.
Right, exactly.
You know, I wanted to do my own thing. I could have been the lead singer for the Manhattans.
Wow.
And the guy that wanted me was one of the original members, Sonny. He called me and gave me some good advice and said to me, and I never told people this. He said to me, "Man, you got skills, man. You know." And he said, "We'd like to send you to New York and we have a rehearsal and fit you in a group." And they were preparing for myself, but I really didn't want to do. I wanted to do my own thing. You know, I wanted to do the Chops Turner experience.
And it worked out. It worked out very well. Before we get into all that, I want to let the viewers know a little story. You know, when I first came across Chops Turner, this is very interesting. Y'all gonna like this one.
I like it.
You know, back in the day, I used to frequent a few establishments, and it was, we know about that. And anyway, there was one guy who came up to me, said, "Mike, there's this guy Chuck Turner. He's playing at this club called the Bomb Shelter." I'm like, "Really?" I said, "Oh, okay, I ain't doing anything." I said, "I'll go check it out." So as we're pulling up, and I'm walking. Now, for those of you who don't know, Bomb Shelter, the ceiling's about
That's
6
right. That's right.
6'1". So you come. It's real small, but it was the place to be back in the day, and a lot of good entertainment. So I'm walking. I'm walking on the sidewalk, getting ready to go downstairs to go down into what they call a dungeon. And I hear this voice. And I'm like, "Oh, I ain't never heard nothing like that around here. This must be a record. There must be something going on up here." I pulled in there, and I saw Chops Turn with Mr. Green, and I just, it was a wrap. I said, I could not believe the voice this individual had, the collaboration that you and Mr. Green had. And anyway, we became good friends. Well, friends. And then I had the nerve. For those of you who don't know, I worked in the Department of Corrections for 30 years. And what I used to always do is bring outside teams in. We used to play against the inmates we did that for 25 years. But during that time, also, I tried to bring in some entertainment. And I had the nerve to go up to Chops and ask him if he would come and perform at the prison. And unbeknownst to me, he said, "Sure." And I almost had a stroke. But I mean, it was a great experience. Now, let me tell you something. When they knew he was coming, because I talked, all kind of smack about him as he was coming in. And anyway, so it was a good tool, because if any of the inmates wanted to go check him out, they had to be well behaved. They had to, they had to establish themselves. So anyway, what happened was the place was packed, and Chops came in and he put on a tremendous show. And I mean, it was phenomenal. And he came up again, if I recall, he came up again as well. But I mean, you want to talk about escaping for 2 hours? The inmates, man, they were on their best behavior, and they felt like they was right at a concert. I mean, a real concert. And I'll never forget that about Chops. Again, hopefully he'll be coming back on. But it's been an honor and a privilege to have him as a friend. Get to see him perform, and he will. Oh, he's back on, and he's going to tell you about what I was just telling him, Chops, about performing at the prison and what a great show you put on, and how much they were going crazy. They were
feeling it, man. I was shocked myself. I was shocked, man. I was shocked going to prison singing, man. But I understand, what it means when in that kind of situation to sing songs that will uplift,
exactly,
uplift people, man. And we went in there and did some of those songs. Then we went and did some of the current stuff that was on the radio at that time, and they were feeling it,
When's he coming back? When's he coming back?
I never forget that, man. And what a great experience, man. But what's his name did that too? Johnny Cash used to sing at a lot of prisons. Johnny Cash,
yeah,
great. Fulton Prison, remember Fulton Prison? Fulton Prison. Johnny Cash.
Yeah, so I remember seeing the video.
Johnny did a lot of stuff up there, and so it was a great experience.
It was for them as well. I think they got way more out of it than you did, or you and I did. It was a great experience.
Man.
It brought them that 2 hours for that 2 hours, whatever. They felt free. You know what I mean? They felt free for that 2 hours because you put them in another place. You put them in another element. You know what I mean? Which was good, man. So I want to thank you for that. Now, moving fast. Go ahead. What were you gonna say, Traps?
No, I'm saying, when you're in a situation like that, you want to sing something that's inspiring to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That will uplift them, man. Especially in that situation, being in that situation.
Absolutely. Now, after that, I mean, one thing I can honestly say about you, man, you grind. You always out there. You always doing what you need to do. I mean, you have that distinct laugh. You got the personality. But and I've been around a long time, as you know. I have not heard anyone say a negative thing about you
Oh,
as
not
long
yet.
as
No,
no, I
hey,
have not.
my wife sitting here is just, she got a lot of negative things.
Well, we'll talk about that later. But right now, you know, I guess we can go from there. We can go on to some of the things you've done, like within the last, just to update people within the last 5 or 6 years, maybe just to give people an idea. What matter of fact, before I even go there,
Yeah.
what do you say now? You're known as world class entertainer.
Yes, sir.
What does that really mean?
Well, here's what happened with that. I was going to the bank back and forth downtown. I think it was Sovereign at the time, downtown, and the lady I used to go there to cash my checks, from my performance checks, and she would say, "What do you do?" I said, "I'm a professional singer." And what's your name? Top Center. And we became good friends. Her name was Susan. You know her too, right? And you know her boyfriend. I can't think of his name offhand. So anyway, so I said, you gotta come see me sing one night. And this is the word, this is the God honest truth. And being in the music world, for myself, I can't speak for other entertainers, but Jackie Wilson, Sam Cooke, Nat King Cole, these guys, they wanted to be what they call world-class singers, which they were. But they didn't want to be called what they call R&B singer. They wanted to be much more than that, which means music is universal. You know what I mean? We don't say he's just a black singer singing black music. You know what I mean? Right. Which is R&B. You know what I mean? Everybody sees me, they say, if I go to an establishment, "Oh, what do you sing, a Motown?" No, I sing it all. I sing Frank Sinatra. I sing the Beach Boys. I sing, you know what I mean? Elton John. You know what I mean? I do classical. It's not one genre of music. Music is universal. They asked Bobby Womack what kind of music like. He said, "There's only two kinds." They said, "What? Good and bad." So anyway, get back to your story. So she comes out to see me, a Portuguese lady, Miss Susan. What a great lady, man. She said, after my performance, she came up to me and said, I got a good name for you, and you use this. She worked at the bank. World-class singer and entertainer. She said, "That's what you are." I said, "That's perfect." Perfectly said, because it doesn't stigmatize you. It doesn't put you in a box. Right. It doesn't put you in a box. Being an athlete like yourself, you want to be not one-dimensional. You want to be, multi-dimensional. I mean, you want to be able to do many different things on the court where people can't stop you, So that's the same thing I liken that to the music industry. When she gave me that, I flew with that idea. And that's why they say world-class entertainer, because it doesn't put you in a box. It means you're universal. You can sing it all. Some people agree with it, some people don't.
No, because, I witnessed it. I witnessed how, depending upon the crowd, is how you will perform.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You kind of like cater to what the crowd is involved with, or what they might be interested in. Because at the end of the day, they're here to see you. So you want to, you want to impress them and want them to have a good time.
That's right.
And you've been a true testament to that.
Thank you.
I was going to talk about Chops as well. You do something that I think is very honorable, and I think that now we're seeing all over, Chops. This is all over, believe it or not.
I know, brother.
This is all over, and I want to give out my producer Key Williams. Allow me to have the platform to do.
Thank you for having me, Key.
Hey, she is the best. So I want to give a shout out to the Sports Empire Network for allowing me to have my own show and allowing me to do what I do best. They know I'm crazy. They already know I'm nuts. Anyway, but Chops, you do something that I truly believe is very honorable, and I want you to explain exactly how it started and why you continue to do it. Now, during the pandemic, as you know, everybody was stuck in the house.
That's right.
Nothing to do. And you came up with an idea. Explain to people what you decided to do to cheer people up and to still provide entertainment, because a lot of people couldn't go places because of the pandemic. Let the folks know what you did.
Hey, brother Mike, first of all, I just want to say these, ladies and gentlemen who was listening over the broadcast, I want to thank Mike. Mike is a true blue brother. He wants for you as he wants for himself. Thank you, Mike, for being that true, um, kind-hearted person that you are, to always look out for myself. What a blessing it is to have a brother like you, man. Someone like you who sees the value in a person and want to see that go to the next level. But thank you, Mike. I want to say thank you. Also, thank you for the awards from the city of New Bedford, the city council, Brian Gomes, and multiple times. Mike, thank you, thank you, thank you. And to me, that's more than what a Grammy Award can give you, because that's a personal thing. You know what I mean? It's personal and it comes from the heart. So I thank you, Mike. I thank you. My wife and I, we thank you, man, and my family. It really means a lot. And that gives me incentive to even take it to the next level.
Wow.
It gives me incentive. Thank you.
I got nothing to say. I'm speechless, man. It's all I can tell you. It's well deserved. You are a true brother. You are a true person. I mean, what you see is what you get. You know what I mean? So that's the best thing I get. What you see is what you get.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure. I have to recognize this. Where I'm playing now, and what I'm doing now with Paul Santos show, Mike was very instrumental in getting me there at Cisco's and getting the guy that's the sponsor was Mike. Thanks to you. I want to say thank you again, because it wasn't for you, this wouldn't have happened. Thank you so much.
Chops, well deserved. We're going to get to that, but I wanted to let the people know what you did and started during the pandemic.
Okay. Well, first thing, I do it for a living. I'm a professional singer, entertainer. So that shut down the whole industry. I mean, everybody was shut down like Bobby Brown.
That's true. Yeah.
Everybody was shut down. So I said, I got to do something. So I realized I forgot about the live thing on the phone. I remember that. I said, I'm going to go live every night. So I started going live, and man, I mean, the abundance of people that came on was unbelievable. I established myself with people that didn't know me and people who knew me that came on every Sunday, and I still continue to do that now periodically, because we're on the Paul Santos show, and but I'm going to continue to do that. Whatever. It's a launching pad for me. It was a launching pad for me to keep myself busy and also to keep myself out there. I thank all the people who sponsored me, like yourself and Richie Gomes and JoJo Forts, who always have. And then I said, one lady said to me, "How can we give you a tip?" She was entertained to Erica Abney. I said, "Oh man, you can send it to my you can send it by mail." I didn't know nothing about Cash App and all those things, and Venmo. So my daughter said, "No, they got a thing called Venmo." When I put up there, man, people just sent me what they call tips, man, and it was great. It was phenomenal.
Now, how can people check you out as far as what you do on Sundays? How can people? Because I know after hearing your voice, they're gonna want to check you out. So how do they go about that?
Well, you can check me out on Sundays, periodically on my own show, the Chops Turner Show, or the Paul Santos Show, or you can check me out with Mike. Every Saturday night, I'm here in New Bedford, or no, here in the Cape and Sandwich, one of the best places I ever played, called Tomatoes with Connie Masu. She's a phenomenal singer. We are a team. We're working together. I have my two new songs out, and I'm working on the third one, and I got a fourth one coming out called "This Is Our Wedding Day." That's going to be off the hook when it comes out in May. And I'm working on a fast tune, something up tempo. So I'm coming at them in all different ways.
Now, obviously, you're doing so many great things, but I want to bring you back a little bit, because as you know what I'm going to say right now. There is a song that you wrote that means so much to me and a whole lot of people. And it was, again, type of person that you are. you kind of also dedicated it to the memory of Bob Kraft's wife. Am I correct?
That's right. Yes. Yep.
And that song is called Champion. And,
oh yeah, man.
yeah, you know what I mean? That song, I mean, you know, and when I'm having a bad day or things ain't going well, whatever, I put that song on, and guess what? It goes away. It truly does that. It made so much of an impact on me when I'm not feeling good or feeling down. I play that, and it's a wrap. And for those folks, y'all gotta check it out. How can they go and check that out? They can
well,
go on.
You can go on YouTube, and you can go on YouTube. You can see it. Like I say, we didn't really put it out on all the social networks yet, but we intend to redo it again. Do a remake on it as well, a up-tempo version on Champion. You know, I'm working on that aspect of it too, but not lose the content of the song, what it really means, meaning uplift people. I know that song is a hit song because
oh yes,
Nicole's Uncle Bruce was on his deathbed, and I think they pronounced him at that day that he had passed on, or he was getting ready to pass on, and he requested that song. You know what? We took it to the hospital. They played it for him. We had left the hospital. Am I correct? And next thing you know, Mike, he walked out of the hospital.
Wow.
He lived for, I think, was it a month or two, and then he ended up passing on. That song inspired him, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's how deep the song is, man.
It is.
It's deep because it's spiritual. It's very spiritual. You know, if you believe in yourself, because if you look in yourself, some of it's biblical. I'm saying the Bible says, "Greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world." So if you look inside yourself, you'll find your inner wealth, meaning you'll find God in yourself, and you'll believe in yourself when you find yourself, and you know who you are and know where you want to go. Because one time I didn't believe in myself, you know, and when we take it, we call it the outro. When we're taking it out the song out, I'm saying you can say to the mountain, "Be removed." That's spiritual, and it will be so if you believe. If you have faith, you can move mountains. You know.
That is absolutely incredible. So you are performing every Saturday at Tomatoes with Colleen Marshall.
Yeah.
The reviews are great. The place is, from what I got to go there, but the place is really nice when I'm here. The food is fantastic, as I've been told.
Fantastic.
A great crowd as well.
Crowd.
And then you kind of stumbled. I won't say stumbled because I'm sure it wasn't a stumble, but you and a guy by the name of Paul J. Santos. You guys end up looking up. I want the viewers to know about this show because they have to check it out because it is a phenomenal show. I mean, you got everything. You got yourself, who's doing all kind of music from all kind of genres. You got Paul Santos, comedian, and host, and you know, you got Crazy Casey. I mean, you got the great keyboard player. Can you let the people know how that originated and talk about you being on the Paul Santos show? What days you guys come on? How can they be able to check it out? Because there's really nothing going on Monday or Tuesday right now.
That's right.
Hey, you all want to be entertained? Check the show out. So, Chops, let them know what's going on with the Paul J. Santos show.
Well, you know, I met Paul when I lived down here, before I lived down the South End. What's the name of that place over there, Nicole? He was broadcasting over here, and we became friends. I did a show with him over there. That's how we met. Then one day he called me out of the blue and said, "Hey, can we meet?" I said, "Sure." So we met. He said, "Can we do something together? Can we do a show like a Johnny Carson show?" I said, "Sure." He said, Can you make it every other Monday or sometimes?" I said, "No, I can make it all the time." Because I already knew what he could do, but I knew what I could do. Together, you know, together we stand, divided we fall. But I knew we could be a force together, you know. And look where we are now. It's growing. It's a snowball effect. We got great sponsors behind us now. Now, Mike, thanks to you, and it's growing and growing, man. And it's on ABC 6 now. Every bi-weekly, we're on TV. Thanks to the sponsors, Cisco's, Eppolito, John Eppolito. I'm gonna give him a shout out too, and Mike, my man Mike is Casasio for tying me in. So it's just growing, Mike. It's growing.
Now, you guys, what days are your shows on? Or what days is it on?
Oh, we're on every Monday from 7 to 8. Every Monday.
And the shows are live, correct?
They're live broadcast. Yep, live broadcast on Streamline on like yourself on Facebook and all the social medias.
And I'm telling you, I went down there a couple of weeks ago, and I was thoroughly entertained. Let me tell you guys, you will be thoroughly entertained if you go check out the show. It's you got a little bit of everything. You got music, you got entertainment, you got comedy. You got it all. You got it all, and it's all wrapped up in one. And it's a great time. You guys are like, I don't know. You guys work so well together. You know, you guys feed off each other, and it's a great thing. And you know, you guys just work great. That show is going to be. I mean, it's already getting big time already, but I think it's going to go bigger and bigger and bigger and better. And can you let the folks know? Besides that, what else you're doing?
Well, pertaining to the show, it's going to be. We're trying to expand even more, get on even more networks. We'd like you to be a part of it as well. When we get in the future, we'll have you a part of it as well. We haven't. They haven't seen this. We're still implementing other things into the show that's going to add to the show and expand the show. You know, so just watch out. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Talk about your new singles you got out, or your new records you got coming out.
Oh yeah, we got one out now called "Come Together." Oh, Get Together. Excuse me, Come Together. Get Together. Written by the Groovalatos, Waleem from down the Cape, Polyphonic Studios. That song is doing real well. He just called me yesterday and told me that it's doing well down south. It's that kind of song. It has that kind of groove to it.
Right.
And that's what we were pitching for anyway. So it's really hitting down that area, and it's doing good on Spotify, on the social networks. So that's great. And then we came up with a Christmas song that he wrote himself called "This Holiday." That did well during the holidays, you know. And then I got a new one coming out. I'm working on now as we speak. And then I got my wedding song called "This Is Our Wedding Day." Man, that's gonna be nice, man.
That's gonna be nice, man.
Oh yeah, especially when you hear me singing at another, in another, how can I say it? It's another range. You know, another range, we call it range, you know, as a vocalist, you know. So it's really going to be something that I think people will enjoy.
Do you, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, I hope I'm still here.
You will be.
You know, by the grace of God. The main thing is, you know, not looking for a record deal, staying independent, staying in control of what we're doing, but moving up economically, because it's about making money. Bottom line, hey, I gotta be truthful. It's about providing for your family, you know, economically. So being able to travel, put out records that are successful, and reap the benefits from it, you know. And that's what any record recording artist wants, you know, to make a substantial living. And I do it on this level, but we're trying to get to the next level, which is making, you know, the next level money, you know.
Absolutely. You know, you have such a great talent. You know, it's been a pleasure, and you know, I'm blessed to meet you. You see how he's laughing? You see how he's laughing? It's contagious. This is how it is. What you see is what you get. I told y'all. But Chops, it's been a joy having you on the show. Is there anything else you want to let people know about you, about what you're doing, or anything, how to contact you, or anything else you want to put out there right now that maybe I forgot?
They can contact me on Facebook, Chops Turner at ymail.com, or look at my stuff on YouTube. Go on YouTube, Google Chops Turner. You see all kind of things come up, all the performances, all back in the day at Foxwoods. I was down there last night with my wife in Foxwoods, and you can see all my stuff on there. Check me out on there, and all the stuff I've done over the course of the years. And it's a journey, man. It's a journey, and I'm thankful to the people here in the city of New Bedford who really support me for many, many years. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to the major cities, Boston and New York cities, and DC and Los Angeles, and we're still trying to international as well. United Kingdom. My song "Champion" has become Rocky Marciano's theme song now.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes,
in the United Kingdom. So those are strides that you're trying to meet. And we're still trying to reach the next goal. Hopefully, try to get nominated for a Grammy with Champion.
Something? I think that might happen. That song is phenomenal. Again, you people gotta download it. Go on YouTube or whatever it is. Check it out. That song will definitely inspire you, as it's inspired me to keep doing what I'm trying to do as well. Chops, I'm not going to ask you this thing. I was going to, but you got to take care of your voice.
A little Champion. I can play with no music, Brother Mike.
I thank you.
Now you see there's a little bit. There's a champion inside of you. If you know just what to do, your dreams will all come true. If you look inside yourself, you'll find your inner wealth. Your destiny's at hand to be a champion. If you believe in yourself, set your standards high, reach for the sky, believe in yourself. You conquer all your fears if you believe. If you believe, you can say to the mountain, be removed, and it will be so if you believe.
That is fantastic, my brother.
Thank you.
Oh man, I can't wait till my people hear about this. I can't wait till my network hears about this. I can't wait. Chops, man, it's been a pleasure, my brother, man. Thank you so much for coming on. And also, by the way, you and I have some things we want to be doing this week coming up. As
yes, sir. My thanks to you again.
Yeah, we might be doing some things.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank you. So we're going to be working on that too. So I will, every now and then on my show, excuse me, I will be keeping y'all updated on my man Chops and what he's doing and what's going on. Him and his boy Paul Santos, my guy Paul Santos.
That's right.
We're gonna be keeping track.
He loves you. He loves you. He loves you, man. He loves you.
I love him too. That's my guy. That's my guy. But we're gonna make sure we keep you guys informed exactly what they're going on. And Chops, you, Paul, are welcome to come on anytime to promote or present anything you guys want.
Thank you.
You got that, my brother. Again, I want to thank you for the kind words about me. I don't really deserve it. You deserve all.
No, you got a big heart, Mike, and people don't need to know that. Especially people that know you. I see them joking with you at the face over there, teasing you. They're friends that know you for a lot of years.
Yeah, of course.
And, they love you too. That means they love you too, and they honor you, man, because they recognize that you have a big heart, man. And may God continue to bless you and your family, my man, Mike. And it's always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Chops, thank you as well. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And, this has been a kind of an emotional night because I got my man with me, Chops Turner. I want you guys to thank you for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next Thursday, 8 p.m. on the Sports Empire Network, as we will have Dwayne "The Rock" Ramus.
Yeah, my man Dwayne. Oh,
so you know what I mean? We're trying to do it. We're trying to do it, Chops.
Oh, but, Dwayne, he's the master. He's the man.
Oh, wait till they know day. But hey, you got my heart. You already know that. So, but anyway, again, thank you all. You all have a safe night. Take care. God bless.
That's right. Good night. 49ers all the way. Ho!
49ers.